Hello and welcome to the first video in a new series on Spark AR. This video will be creating an effect that combines all the lessons or previous videos into one complex effect, and we'll be going through this step by step together. This will be utilizing an iterative design process, so as we go through it we may have to go forwards and backwards and change things as we go along, and this kind of gives you an insight into the design and working process I have to go through whenever I'm designing or creating anything digital. So we will be utilizing things such as fixed target tracking. We will be looking at creating occlusions. We will be utilizing dual camera setup, so front and back camera. And the final effect will allow the user to interact with it in various ways. So when they're using the back camera and they're pointing their device at a poster or target, this will bring content onto the screen. And when the user interacts with these various components, the effect will change. What happens when the user then switches to a front camera, which will be utilizing a face mesh. And we'll go through that and you'll see what it will mean as we go through this series. We'll be implementing things like object tap, implementing switches, we'll be looking at logic gates, and this entire series is just a kind of refresher / putting into practice everything that we've covered. We also might look into implementing some native UI elements if time allows, and we'll be looking at how these artifacts and assets were created. So the software I'll be utilizing will be Spark AR Studio and various Adobe packages. However, when we're looking at the Adobe packages for asset creation, please bear in mind there are alternatives out there, and I will also suggest some alternatives as we go through this process. So hopefully you'll enjoy this series. Remember to comment down below on what you'd like to see and any suggestions or recommendations on how we can fix this, because as we go through this you might find a better way of doing certain things. And it's quite nice to share that so we can adapt it and keep the series kind of going alive for a little bit longer. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and remember that once this series concludes, all the assets and the entire finished project will be available to our Patreons.